All right, Naruto fans, get ready to dive back into the Hidden Leaf Village, because today we're revisiting a classic episode, Sasuke and Sakura, friend or foes. And don't worry, if you haven't memorized every single jujitsu, we're going to be breaking down how this one episode sets the stage for the entire Naruto saga.
It's amazing how much this episode foreshadows. We're talking foundational stuff here.
Yeah.
Rivalries, friendships, you name it, it's all there, just hiding in plain sight.
Absolutely. We are practically drowning in foreshadowing. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's set the scene. The episode opens with our hero Naruto bouncing off the walls.
Classic.
He's finally graduated from the Ninja Academy.
He made it.
He's got his headband,
Huge.
a rumbling stomach courtesy of some questionable milk,
Oh.
and a massive crush on Sakura. But there's one tiny problem, Sasuke.
Sasuke. The resident cool kid, naturally gifted, a bit brooding, and completely oblivious to the havoc he's wreaking on everyone's hearts. Especially Sakura and Ino. Oh my gosh.
Who are locked in this hilarious rivalry for his attention.
It's giving major high school drama, except with kunai knives instead of locker slams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it shows us that even in a world of ninjas, social dynamics still reign supreme.
Right.
Everyone wants to be on Sasuke's team,
Of course.
but their motivations couldn't be more different.
Oh, yeah.
Sakura's head over heels.
Yeah.
But Ino, I think she's more interested in one-upping Sakura than anything else.
Oh, absolutely. It's classic teenage rivalry, amplified by the fact that they're training to be ninjas.
Right.
But speaking of teams, this episode marks the formation of Team 7. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, led by the ever-stoic Kakashi. What do you make of that team dynamic?
You know, it's fascinating. Kakashi, as their teacher, must have seen something special in each of them, despite their glaring differences.
Yeah.
Naruto bursting with raw talent and a desperate need for approval.
Right.
Sasuke naturally gifted, but carrying that dark past.
And Sakura determined to prove herself, but caught between her infatuation with Sasuke and her own potential.
Yeah. It's a recipe for both disaster and incredible growth,
Right.
right? And the episode doesn't waste any time throwing them into the fire, both literally and figuratively.
Right into it.
We get our first taste of the Naruto-Sasuke rivalry,
Oh, yeah.
and oh boy, does it set the tone for the series.
It does. It's more than just a rivalry, though.
Okay.
It's the clash of two completely different philosophies.
Oh, tell me more.
Naruto, loud and craving acknowledgement.
Yeah.
You have to wonder if that stems from his childhood as an orphan, right?
Right.
He's all about connection.
Yeah.
Sasuke, on the other hand, is all about isolation, about power as a way to bury his past.
Right.
It makes you wonder, can those two paths ever really coexist?
Such a good point. And then there's poor Sakura, stuck in the middle of this hurricane of teenage angst and ninja, though she doesn't always help herself with her constant fawning over Sasuke. Which, speaking of, brings us to one of the funniest scenes in the episode.
Yes. The infamous transformation jujitsu incident.
Oh, yeah.
Naruto, desperate for even a sliver of Sakura's attention,
Oh, yeah.
decides to transform into, well, Sasuke.
Oh, boy.
It's equal parts hilarious and heartbreaking.
Talk about a recipe for disaster. You'd think being a ninja would come with a handbook for winning over your crush.
Right.
But I guess even Naruto hasn't figured that one out yet.
It does show just how far he's willing to go for Sakura's affection.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it means resorting to, shall we say, unconventional tactics.
Unconventional.
But underneath that goofy exterior, Naruto's got a heart of gold. Even if his stomach is about to be a churning mess of,
Oh, boy. Yeah. And this is where things get really interesting, because it plays into that theme of appearances being deceiving.
Oh, tell me, we're talking about the expired milk.
And then we've got these two rivals, Naruto and Sasuke, about to go head-to-head, chakra flaring, ready to unleash their ultimate attacks, and then, bam.
Food poisoning strikes. It's completely unexpected. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But it also makes you think, these powerful ninjas, brought down by something as trivial as bad milk.
Oh, man.
It's a great reminder that strength isn't always about flashy jujitsu or cool poses.
Right.
Sometimes it's about being able to stomach a questionable lunch.
And to talk about a lesson in humility, right? 1 minute you're the top student at the Ninja Academy, the next you're doubled over in pain brought low by a dairy product. But you know what I find fascinating? Amid all the chaos and, well, digestive distress, we see this really tender moment between Naruto and Sakura.
Yes. This is a turning point for their relationship. Sakura, who has been utterly indifferent to Naruto up until this point, finally sees him as something more than just a nuisance.
She actually shows him compassion.
Exactly. She sees his vulnerability and realizes, hey, Maybe there's more to this guy than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Remember, she started out completely smitten with Sasuke, the brooding bad boy. Now she's starting to see Naruto's heart. Even if it comes at the cost of his pride and possibly his lunch, it makes you wonder if Kakashi planned this whole thing knowing it would force them to see each other in a new light.
Right. Kakashi, the ultimate puppet master. Using expired milk to teach his students about empathy and teamwork genius. But seriously, that shift in Sakura, even if it's subtle, it really makes you appreciate how these small interactions can have such a huge impact on relationships.
Absolutely. It plants the seeds for how their dynamic evolves throughout the series, and it all stems from this shared experience of misery brought on by, of all things, Naruto's questionable dietary choices.
Only Naruto could unite his future teammates with a bad batch of milk. But hey, that's our hero. Always full of surprises, even if those surprises involve questionable smells and a lot of groaning. Speaking of surprises, I can't believe we've already zipped through half the episode. There's still so much to unpack.
There really is. And believe it or not, we haven't even touched on some of the biggest themes this episode introduces. Remember, this isn't just a standalone story, it's a microcosm of the entire Naruto universe.
So we've got this rivalry brewing, hearts getting nudged in different directions, and a healthy dose of food poisoning.
Wow.
Where do we go from here?
Well, this is where the episode really starts to connect to those bigger themes of the series. Remember how we were talking about appearances being deceiving? That's not just a gag with the bad milk.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. You're going to tell me there's a deeper meaning to the expired milk, aren't you?
Think about it, Naruto. With his goofy grin and outrageous pranks, he seems like this happy-go-lucky kid.
Yeah.
But underneath that, there's a deep well of loneliness. A hunger for connection that stems from his childhood.
Yeah.
And Sasuke, all cool indifference and raw power, he seems invincible.
Right.
But he's carrying the weight of his past, haunted by something we haven't even begun to explore yet.
Whoa, you're right. Those first impressions, they only scratch the surface. And it makes me think, how often do we make snap judgments about people based on how they present themselves? We rarely get to see what's simmering beneath the surface.
Exactly. And that's what makes these characters so relatable.
Right.
We all wear masks to some extent.
Yeah.
And this episode, it peels back those masks just a little, giving us a glimpse of the complexities beneath.
And the crazy thing is, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This one episode. It's like a microcosm of the entire Naruto saga.
Totally.
You've got themes of friendship rivalry, the struggle for identity, the weight of the past. It's all there, simmering beneath this deceptively simple story about ninja school.
And what's brilliant is that it never feels heavy-handed.
Right.
It's woven into the humor, the characters' interactions. You're laughing one minute, then the next. You're hit with this profound insight into human nature.
It's a masterclass in storytelling, really. And it makes me appreciate how anime, even in its most exaggerated over-the-top moments, can sneak up on you with these profound truths.
Absolutely. And that's the magic of Sasuke and Sakura, friend or foes. It's a reminder that even the most seemingly insignificant encounters, a shared meal, a disastrous mission, a carton of questionable milk, can have a lasting impact shaping who we become and the paths we choose.
Wow, that is deep. Who knew ninja school could be so philosophical? I think I need a whole bowl of ramen, fresh ramen, of course, to process all that.
Me too. And maybe some milk. Just, check the expiration date this time.
Well, there you have it, folks. A deep dive into the hidden depths of Sasuke and Sakura, friend or foes. We explored rivalries, questioned first impressions, and even got a little philosophical about expired milk. Join us next time as we venture further into the world of Naruto, where the lessons are as plentiful as the jutsu, and the journey is just as important as the destination. See you next time.